Not only was Barack Obama's campaign one for the history books, and we followed it religiously here, but now the swearing-in ceremony is going to rock Washington, D.C. properly. Will you be at the inauguration?
Are you kidding me? I'm trying to get my seat right next to him on the podium, but I don't think they're going to let me near him. But if I had my way, my seat is sitting 2 seats down from him. But they told me, Mr. Richie, you will be nowhere near him for the swearing in. But yes, I'm going to be there, and I will definitely be a part of the ceremonies and whatever they want me to do. But this is one I will not miss.
It's a beautiful time in American history, and we are so proud. We are so proud watching and following everythting from Europe. I'm from South Dakota, so for me as an American.
South Dakota. How did you get where did you get to? I love it. I'll interview you tomorrow. Don't worry, I got
it. Continuing on this topic of politics, because it is such a hot issue right now. I think people just cannot escape talking about it because it's such an exciting time. The future, a new hope from a new president. What do you think are the most pressing issues of our time? What issues are most important to you and your family?
Well, let me just tell you, first of all, I think for the first time in a long time, people feel connected to each other. In other words, for the longest time, there was government was moving, business was happening, but people were not involved. They didn't feel a part of it. So what was happening now, I think it was clearly stated when Barack Obama won, we actually feel a sense of belonging to this country and to the world. And the world feels now a part of America for a change. We all are there again, number one. Number two, I mean, the economy is probably number one on the ticket, jobs, and of course, getting that into some kind of a perspective, because there's two things. One, those of us who have jobs and those of us who are losing jobs. You know, and where's the money going, and how are we going to maintain our families, and how are we going to eat every day? And it's a terrifying time when we're not sure where we're going to be from day to day in our ability to take care of our families. And I think that's priority number one in America, I'm sure.
For sure. I must say that we're also feeling the effects here in Europe, and somebody said, or I read it recently, that it's only when you've got your back up against the wall that will people actually make change. Do you think that was part of what's going on in America now?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've said that many, many times. You know, I experienced it when we did We Are the World. I tried to explain to people, you know, do not wait until hunger lands at your front door. You know, we're trying to stop this hunger thing before it gets there. But it's going to come sooner or later. It's going to come to your front door. Well, unfortunately, the way of the world is you don't really care about cancer until someone in your family has cancer. And all of a sudden it becomes a vital issue. Right now, you know, we're all not our backs against the wall. We're flat on the floor. And the walls have been taken down all the way around. And we are actually creating a new dynamic now in the world, because the old system clearly does not work. And no one really has the makings of the new system and the new formula. So these are going to be interesting times. I'm being a student of life and of government and governments. I'm kind of standing back and kind of clearly watching what's going to take place. And I think for the first time in the history of America, the American people, and not only the American people, but Britain, Germany, France, we're all going to have to pitch in now and find out what this new formula is going to be about, because it's affected the whole world.
Absolutely. As you were speaking, I was reminded of something I read in Wikipedia this afternoon. Is it true that you have a degree in economics?
Thank God I never had a chance to practice it. Yes, I'm an economics major, an accounting minor, and by the way, I love what my accounting teacher said to me one day. He said, Mr. Richie, we don't mind if you stole the money. At least we can justify. He said, but you lost the money just by not putting the decimal point and the commas in the wrong place. So thank God my career did not matter to try to keep up with somebody else's money. But I love economics. I think that, world currency and how the whole system works is probably one of the most fascinating things to me, because if you look at this from a global standpoint, how one country, America, can have one problem and it will affect the entire world, because we are now one global community in business now. And so if one pin falls out of the cards, the whole thing falls down.
It's true. My economics teacher had said one day, predicting economics is like trying to predict the weather. We all try.
That's very good. I call economics, there's two ways you can do it. You can either meet in the classroom or you can meet at the barbershop. It's both the same place. All you can do is sit there and argue and give your opinion, but whether you're right or wrong, who the heck knows?
It's all a test, isn't it? 2009 is going to be an exciting year for the world, also for you and for music. Please tell us, you're going to be touring in a city near us?
Yeah, I can almost tell you this right now, and I'm putting in your invitation right now, backstage, yes! 02. I'm not exactly sure when the dates are. They're looking over here and scrambling for it, but we're up for 02. I think it's February or March. The tour starts in February, and we'll go across Europe. The first half of the tour is February, March, April, or March, April, May, and then the second half is right after that, coming into November, December, January.
Wow! This is going to be fantastic.